Here's a lesson on how to draw straight lines without a straight edge. Now for this you'll need any kind of paper, and it doesn't have to be nice. This is just a practice, it's an exercise. So you could just take some nice printer paper like here, and a pencil is what I would recommend, but for this demonstration I'm going to be using a Sharpie just because it's a lot more visible. So your natural, if I have the paper straight on with my body like this, the natural line I would make if I were to just rotate my arm from my elbow joint would look something like this. It's slightly curved and it's at about somewhere between 30 and 45 degrees. Okay? So in order to work with your body in drawing straight lines, I recommend tilting your paper about 30 to 45 degrees, just like that. Okay? That way you're using your material and its angle in line with what your natural tendencies are. Okay? And drawing is a physical act. So to draw a straight line, first I want you to practice moving your hand between 2 points, A and B. All right? Now you're not going to draw yet. You're just going to practice this motion. All right? Not super quickly like that, but with some speed going back and forth between points A and B. All right? And once you feel comfortable and familiar with that motion, you start to strike your line in between. All right? Now there might be a little curvature in that line, and that's fine. All right? This is about practicing and gaining a freehand drawing tool that's very useful. So 2 points again at a different length now. I'm going to go back and forth, and once I feel ready, there we go. Now in pencil, it's going to be a lot more forgiving for you. Okay? In Sharpie, you see all the little scratch marks in between, but in pencil, you're going to have the ability to go from lighter to a little darker as you gain confidence. Okay? Now, another way you can do this is just have one point and one direction that you're striking the line in. You don't necessarily have to have two directions, 2 points, and I'll show you that. I just have this one point. I know I want to make the line parallel to these guys, and I'm just going to go straight like that. And you tend to have, if you do it with some confidence, you tend to have a pretty straight line if you go in one direction, one stroke like that. Okay? You just have to be pretty, you got to have pretty good aim at where the line's going to end up. Okay? So use this paper to practice this a couple times. Right? One direction, going between 2 points in 2 directions. All right? One direction like that. Personally, I prefer the one direction method. sounds like Nick Jonas is putting together a drawing lesson. Yeah, especially when working with a Sharpie like this, I tend to get a much better result over here. Now, the reason why we're learning this is because you're not always going to have a straight edge to deal with, but you might be wanting to put together an image that involves something like linear perspective, and you want to have drawing skills that are practical. And it's practical to be able to draw lines that are of like pretty good size length without having to resort to a ruler.